Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be testing out Gran Turismo 7 to see if it works with the Logitech G29 and driving force shifter. I'll include links in the description of all the products I'll be showing today, but before I begin, if you're new to the channel, hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to get notified of my next release. I've got my Logitech G29 together with the pedals and shifter set up on my Track Racer Sim cockpit. This is the TR120. The wheel is connected directly to my PlayStation 5 console, which is plugged into my LG C1 OLED TV. So let's turn on my PlayStation 5. The G29 wheel calibration starts, which is no surprise. Now we can assign the wheel as the controller by pressing the PS symbol, and let's sign in now. Gran Turismo 7 was released today, but I pre-ordered a digital copy of the game, which allowed me to pre-download, hence why it's ready to play. Taking a look in storage just to see how much space it occupies, and it's nearly 100 gigabytes of storage. Let's get Gran Turismo 7 started up for the first time. We initially get asked to adjust display settings, then if we want to prioritize frame rate or ray tracing, but this can be changed at a later stage in the menu options. Then we have exposure and saturation settings. Now we have Music Rally, which is just a mini game. Next onto wheel controls. Now this is interesting as the wheel isn't shown here. I'll just select left stick. Pedal controls, we'll go for the recommended R2, L2 buttons. Assist preset selection, I'll go for intermediate. And now we can start up the Music Rally mini game. And straight off, the wheel comes into action and it's working. I've not had to change any additional settings. You can feel the force feedback coming from the wheel. Any bumps or knocks at the side of the road seem to be coming through to the wheel. So it seems to be working fine, which is great. Now let's test out a normal race. Looking in assist settings, you can select gears to be manual or automatic. So let me flip over to manual, but just to note there's nothing saying manual with clutch. And flipping over to controller settings, you can see force feedback, max torque is 5 and force feedback sensitivity is 5 by default. These can be taken to 10 and this does make a difference on the force feedback intensity when you're racing with the wheel. Testing out the gears, they work perfectly. As you can see here, flipping between the different ones. Also, paddle shifts are working fine too. I'm not entirely convinced the clutch does anything, but I'm thinking it could be car dependent. Now clicking the plus or minus on the wheel allows you to get into a few of the settings of the car, and using the dial you can make adjustments. Now let's start a race. It all seems to be working perfectly, which is great. And like I said before, the clutch doesn't seem to do anything, but other than that, it seems to work. Even the adjustment settings are working with the dial, which is great to see. The rev counter also seems to be working. In the settings, you don't see anything saying a wheel's being used, but regardless of that, the wheel does work and it's great to see it working. So you've come to the end of another video, and I hope it's helped anyone wondering if the Logitech G29 will work with Gran Turismo 7. Details for all the items I've shown today are in the description below. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook and Twitter. And if you're new to the channel, I hope you can support me by subscribing and hitting the bell icon to be notified of my next release. Thanks for viewing and see you in the next one.